Now, with less than a month ago before inauguration, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is announcing his picks for his new administration. His choice for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is facing some pushback for his alleged sexual misconduct and alcohol abuse. But some of his picks for other top Pentagon jobs are also raising eyebrows. For more on that, I'm joined by our international affairs commentator, Doug Herbert. Doug, Trump has announced Stephen Feinberg to serve as the Deputy Defense Secretary. He's a billionaire with ties to the defense industry. Tell us more about him.
Yeah, well, let's start with the top headline there, and you had the word in there, billionaire. Look, this is already shaping up to be the by far wealthiest presidential administration in the history of the United States. Trump likes talking in superlatives. This is the richest administration. As of last count, before this pick, there were about 13 billionaires appointed, nominated for government posts. So add Stephen Feinberg, a billionaire investor. He's actually a co-chief executive, so top guy at a hedge fund called Cerberus Corporate Capital Management. And like you said, I guess the go-to point in that headline is that he's involved in the past, that Cerberus, in defense contracting. Why is that an issue? Because presumably in his job, if he is confirmed as Deputy Secretary of defense contracting obviously figures in the job of number 2 at the Pentagon. Remember, the Pentagon posts, when we're talking about these senior posts, we're talking about people who are going to be overseeing a bureaucracy of about 3 million, I'm not misspeaking, 3 million people, Kate Devon. We're talking about active, active members of the military, plus civilian employees. So there are going to be questions raised, inevitably, not because I'm saying so, but because when he comes for confirmation hearings, and because this is a post that will be subject to those types of hearings, they will be asking him, is there going to be a conflict of interest, sir, Mr. Feinberg, in the fact that you are the co-chief executive of a hedge fund, an investment fund, that is directly involved in defense contracts, and you are overseeing the procurement of defense contracts for the Pentagon, or in a position that has responsibility for that type of thing? It will come up. But I will just note that it comes amid, the appointment of someone like Stephen Feinberg. There will also be questions, maybe, is he actually qualified to run the number 2 at the Defense Department? But it comes amid a general cloud of ambiguity. I won't use the word scandal. Maybe that's going too far. It's a loaded word. But, Pete Hegseth, who you mentioned, is the Defense Secretary nominee, the appointee. And he is in that cloud of scandal. You said sexual misconduct allegations, alcohol abuse allegations, mismanagement of a nonprofit organization he oversaw or was involved in. All of these things are going to draw a lot of scrutiny. Now, at this point, a couple of weeks ago, it looked like he was on his way out. It looked like enough Republicans, there was a critical mass of Republicans turning against, I'm talking about the Defense Secretary nominee. It looks like that tide may have turned now. I have to say, it looks like it's never a done deal until it's a done deal. But it looks like now he's managed to turn the tide, shore up the support again, and may squeak by in those nominations, whereas a couple of weeks ago he wouldn't. But it does create, and I just have to say, in the Pentagon Post, a big position, given the fact the war in Ukraine is ongoing. We still have a war in the Mideast that is far from wrapping up. These are going to be important positions. You need experienced people. You need people who can instill confidence in their underlings, in all of the military members that are serving as well under them. So that's why it's important right now to look and ask yourself, have these people, has due diligence been done? This is the question that the Republicans and Democrats will be asking in Congress. And if so, if the due diligence has been done, are these the best people going forward to lead the Pentagon at an extremely critical period right now in global defense politics and global security?
And we'll, of course, be looking at all those confirmation hearings for the Pentagon, but also for all the other administration picks. Thank you very much, Doug Herbert there.